So what should we be eating? But what should we be eating? Well, start out with the most important things for longevity, which are these phytochemicals in plant foods. So the majority of your diet by volume should be colorful fruits and vegetables and weird stuff if you can. You know, eat dandelion greens, eat seaweed, eat all this weird stuff because that's where all the medicine is. So the more colorful it is, the more heirloom it is, the more regenerative it is, the more organic it is, the more wild it is, the better it is. But you can go to the supermarket and buy these giant strawberries that look great, but they put in your mouth, it's like, I think it's a strawberry. It's so,
you know, like an apple.
Yeah, like an apple, you know. But it's not very tasty because the phytochemicals aren't there. So we know that you want to include a rich array of these phytochemicals, and the special ones for longevity are things like fisetin, that it's in strawberries. From pomegranate, you can produce urolithin A, which improves your mitochondrial function. So you can have green tea, which is epiglycolic and gallate compounds, which I talked about in the sage. You can have resveratrol, which is in red grape skins. There's a lot of plant compounds that you can start to include. Curcumin, which is a powerful anti-inflammatory. So you can have a wonderful time having a delicious diet. And then mushrooms. They're not really a vegetable. They're its own category. And mushrooms have an incredible array of compounds, these polysaccharides that turn out are immune modulating, anti-cancer, adaptogenic, and so we need to be including a lot more good mushrooms. And you can take mushrooms as supplements, but you can also eat a lot more of the good mushrooms. Also, garlic and onions are really important for sulfur and the broccoli family specifically because they upregulate glutathione, which is important for detox. So you really want to have a wide array of these medicines in these plant foods. The second thing you want to do is eat the right fats. So omega-3 fats are key, olive oil is key, those are real longevity foods. And then protein, and this is where that gets sticky for people in terms of controversy, because a lot of longevity researchers are saying, well, we shouldn't eat protein because it activates this pathway that inhibits the body's own ability to clean itself, called autophagy. Autophagy means self-cleaning, self-cannibalism. It's like a Pac-Man that runs around cleaning up old cells. And you know, we've all heard about now time-restricted eating, intermittent fasting, and all these things, ketogenic diets. Well, they activate this process, which is built in. It's a built-in recycling, repair, and regeneration, renewal, and longevity pathway. You have to figure out the balance between building muscle and having the cleaning and repair crew come in at night. So you want to have at least a 12 to 14, even 16-hour overnight fast. We used to call it breakfast. Sure. If you eat dinner at 6 and you eat breakfast at 6 in the morning, that's a 12-hour fast. But we just keep eating all night, and then we get up, eat in the morning. So we really got to give yourself a body a break to do the cleaning. As you get older, we need more protein, not less. And
as you get older, we need more protein.
Yeah,
because the body, it's harder to keep the protein.
That's right.
It's harder to keep the muscle, right?
Right. So there's a phenomenon called anabolic resistance, where anabolic means to build muscle. So we want to build muscle, but there's resistance of the muscles to build more muscle. So you need more exercise and more protein. So key is to eat a good dose of protein about an hour or two after a workout. That's the best way. And then you can add some things to it like creatine or other things. Last one is the microbiome. And the microbiome is really important, and it's not on the classic list of hallmarks of aging. I added it. But when you look at the literature, it's really clear that as we age, our microbiome degrades. We get what we call dysbiosis, imbalances in our gut bacteria, and those gut bacteria become toxic and inflammatory. So part of the diet you have to have is to take care of your inner garden. You need pre and probiotic foods and polyphenols. So prebiotic foods are things like asparagus, artichokes, Jerusalem artichokes, jicama, plantains. These are foods that feed the good bacteria, right? And then there's probiotic foods, sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, tempeh, these ancient foods that have been around forever that are fermented foods that are prebiotic foods. And then there's polyphenols, and this is an incredible discovery, that there are certain compounds in plants that your gut bacteria love. So you're not only eating for yourself, you're eating for the trillions of microbes that almost outnumber your cells in your gut. And those microbes, when they're bad, cause inflammation and disease and diabetes and cancer and everything else. But when they're good, they regulate inflammation, they help you stay healthy. It's super important to feed them right. So you have to learn how to tend your inner garden. And there's a couple of ones that are really important, like green tea, pomegranate, cranberry.
If you want to get like this amazing t-shirt, follow the link in the description to buy it from the store.